Hey everyone, my name is Renee and I'm here to talk about my ideas on buying a business, starting a business, or continuing a business that you may already be in. So, I'm a real estate agent right now, so I basically had to start that business from scratch about 5 years ago, and I just recently left my W 2. So, growing that business has been difficult to say the least, especially in this kind of real estate market. So, I just want to go over today some things that I've really had to think about and weigh to see what option is best for me. So, I have been talking to a franchise consultant for a while about starting a franchise business. So, purchasing all that you have to purchase in the beginning and then getting clients and getting that ball rolling. So, I've been looking into that. I've also been looking into buying existing businesses because the hard part of starting it and growing your customer base is already done. So, why not do that? It seems smart and it seems like a more efficient use of time and money, possibly. But then I'm also, like I said, an agent, so maybe I should just grow my current business bigger and it would solve the same issue rather than starting over with something brand new and having to learn that whole area of expertise. So, some things that I've been just kind of thinking about, and if you go through any of this and if you've come up with any solutions or have questions, feel free to put them in the comments. But some things that I've noticed is that businesses, no matter if you're buying something already existing or a brand new one, they take a ton of work. I did not appreciate this when I first started looking into this whole world. And it's not like a normal, 8 hour a day job. It's oftentimes 10 or 12 hours minimum just to get the business rolling and to do all the infrastructure you need to get ready, get the decals on your cars or get the business cards ordered, whatever you're doing. Everything to set up the systems in the background and to get the accounting ready, to get your books, how are you going to do everything, all your procedures. So it takes so much work that I didn't realize that you have to be ready for this. Another thing is that you have to find value in the business that you start or buy. This has been my big thing, is trying to find what's most important to me. And I ask myself a ton of questions. I journal, I meditate, I read. I'm listening to other stories who've been through this before. So finding value in what I do in life is the most important thing to me right now, because I left a job of teaching for 15 years that I had lost the feeling of value in many, many years before. I don't want to do that again. I feel like I'm halfway through my life. I don't want to waste the time that I have and the energy that I currently have. I don't want it to be for nothing. So I'm really trying to focus in on what will make my life feel having been worth lived. When I'm 80, when I look back and I say, did I do what I wanted to do? Did I do something that really was rewarding for me? I kind of think of that lying on my, it's kind of a little sad, but I feel like if I was laying in bed and I couldn't move anymore and I was, near the end of my life, what would I have been proud of doing? So putting myself in that frame of mind really helps me reflect a little bit better and kind of eliminate the junk that doesn't matter. Another thing is, in a business, you really have to streamline all your processes in order to grow it. So a lot of people, and a lot of old school people, especially because technology isn't something that they're great at, they don't do a lot of streamlining with new technology and new services because they either don't know they exist or they feel like they just can't because they've always done it themselves. They've always done it one way and they don't want to change. So by streamlining your processes, you really cut down on wasted time and you really focus on the 20% that helps grow that business. I've definitely noticed that as a real estate agent. Another thing is staying organized as best you can. I know everyone's got a different way to do that. I feel like my desk looks disorganized, but I feel like it's actually organized in my brain. So it still works for me. You need some kind of system, whether it's digital or it's paper or it's a combination like I use. Do your best to stay organized from the beginning of your business, and that way you don't have to pick up a million different pieces in the middle of your, few year journey in and try to reestablish where you are in the business. Another thing is learning from others who've been through what you are trying to go through. So if you're trying to be an investor, learn from other investors. If you're trying to start a painting business, talk to others who've been in the painting business arena. Whatever you're looking for, try to reach out to people either through, on the internet or through mastermind groups or local people that have been through a lot of bumps and bruises as they've grown, and kind of really pick their brain and become friends and try to learn as much as you can, because you don't want to rework the wheel. Like, you might as well use what works from someone who's already done the trial and error. Another thing I've looked at and really noticed is that working on yourself first is the most important part of running a business. If you're the central cog in the wheel of your business and you don't work on yourself, how are you ever going to create the processes, create better value for your clients? How are you going to grow and expand and help more people? So if you don't work on you and you're the central link, that means your whole business suffers. So really work on you, whether it's reading, whether it's listening to people who've done the same thing directly. Yourself, like they say in an airplane, you got to put your, oxygen mask on first before you can go and help others. Like, same thing. You have to work on yourself the most in your business, and then you can spread that work to others. You can have a positive effect around you. Another thing I've noticed is, again, as a real estate agent, planning things the night before. I actually plan my whole week on Sunday. Yes, I add things in through the week, but a lot of times, like Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, I plan out and write in what's in my digital calendar and my Google calendar for the week. And then I kind of insert everything else in for my agent stuff, for my rental stuff, and for other things that I have going on. So plan ahead of time. I highly suggest that, so that you don't get off track and distracted by something random. Another thing, stay in touch with potential and actual clients. I cannot tell you how many times I've been in contact with businesses and only a few ever follow up with me. And if they follow up, it might be once, maybe twice, and then I never hear from them again. So that constant follow-up, even if it's just once every couple months, just checking in through a text or through a call or an email, to me, that's everything. So if you have a client base that you're trying to grow, like, following up is amazing. That's why we have smart plans in our KW command program. If you have some kind of CRM, creating some kind of constant, interaction every month, every couple months with your customers and potential clients, then that means everything to a business. I can't tell you how much that has helped. Also, providing great service. If you don't provide great service, who would want to refer you? And that's where a lot of businesses get their own clients, is through referrals. If you've helped someone, of course, they're going to say, I had this person do this and they were wonderful. I highly recommend them. That's all most people need to give you a call. Like, that 80% of the work's already done. They're already convinced to use you. So make sure you offer great service and you have great quality, and then you come back and fix any issues possibly that there might have been from maybe workers or something. But if you offer great service, not only will they give you great reviews on social media or on Google, but they'll also refer you to friends and family, which is like the bread and butter for a lot of people, especially in smaller communities. Last thing is, hire when you feel like you are starting to get pinched with time. So I'm not to this point yet, but I've listened to a lot of people who have gotten to this point. When you feel like you're spread so thin that you can't be effective anymore at doing the base thing that you need to do to grow your business, you need to hire someone, whether it's a secretary or it's someone who does several different jobs for your business, maybe something on the internet, organizing your CRM or calling past clients or whatever it may be. Especially things that you don't like to do, hire them for that. Make a list of 3, 4, 5 things that they do each week, and you don't have to do full time to start off with, and it can be a VA if you want, a virtual assistant that's from another country. A lot of people are doing that now, but hire sooner rather than later. You don't want to go insane trying to keep a sinking ship afloat. Try to get help before it starts to sink. So that's what I recommend. I know I'm not super into the whole business realm, like being an agent. I'm very much on my own and I don't have a big team or anything. But these are things that I've reflected from over all that I've learned, all that I've read and listened to. And I hope maybe one or two could help you. I know once you start the journey of learning about how to do all this more effectively, entrepreneurship and business, it takes some time to kind of get the hang of what an effective leader looks like in their own business. So I'm working on getting there. We'll see how it goes here in the future. I know I'll be successful. I gotta talk positive. Good luck with whatever you guys have going on, and leave me any tips or tricks below that you guys might have also thought of as I was talking. So have a good week. Have a good year. Good luck with all of your ventures. Bye-bye.